I keep giving up on the gym and I cannot seem to stay consistent. Over the last few years, I've tried to kickstart my fitness journey more times than I count, and there's always a reason I would fall out of line and go back to my old habits. Here are three big tips to help to me stay consistent. One of the biggest things I've noticed I would mess up on, and a lot of my buddies would make the same mistake. I would overload the plate way too much upon entering the first day of the gym. And what I mean by that is I thought I was Superman. I would go in there, I'd be like, okay, we're gonna do an hour workout, we're gonna do 30 minutes of cardio, and I'm gonna start going to the gym 6 days a week, and I'm gonna dial in on my diet. And this would be great for the first few days, but then I would notice immediately I would lose motivation, I would get burnt out and tired and not want to do it anymore. You gotta understand, building a physique, building muscle, and getting lean, whatever your goal is, takes time. These things do not happen overnight, and they never will, no matter what you do. Once you understand that, that is going to be the best thing for you. What I did personally is I would slowly load things in. The first thing I did was made sure I went to the gym at least 3, 4, 5, whatever works for you, times a week. I wouldn't even worry about diet. I wouldn't worry about cardio. I would just make sure that I got in the habit of actually consistently going to the gym. I would go in there. It could be a great workout. It could be a bad workout. There is no bad workout ever, but you know what I mean. You could go hard, you could soft, as long as you're getting in there, that is great. And then the second you kind of build that habit, that's maybe when you could start adding in small steps. Like, hey, I've been going consistently for about 4 weeks. I can maybe just start making a thing where I'm going to do certain things, certain days. I'm going to go so hard. And then maybe a few weeks later, you add in cardio. What I'm saying is just don't overload yourself. Slowly let yourself accumulate to these changes. So it feels like nothing when you add on that 30 minutes of cardio or 15 minutes of cardio. And then you could add it to there. You know what I'm saying? Number two, and this is huge, social media is infamous for having so much information and so many different opinions. I'm telling you guys, just go into the gym, work hard. The most basic exercises are going to be your best friend. When you start overcomplicating things, it's going to confuse you and you're going to get mad. You're going to think, there's just all this stuff I don't understand. I'm telling you, it is as simple as lifting something up and putting it down, especially with newbie gains. It's going to be anabolic for you guys. And you need to understand a lot of people, like, it's just nonsense on the internet. Number three, and this ties in with number two a little bit, results take time, guys. This is not going to happen overnight. You have to stay consistent. Don't get demotivated when you don't when you don't have 20-inch biceps within like a week of training. Just please, if you don't see results, don't scour the internet and be like, man, like, what am I doing wrong? What is this? What is that? Hard work, training hard is all you need. If you don't see results yet, it's just because it takes time, boys. I promise you. I would get discouraged all the time. I'm like, man, I've been going for so long and I don't see anything, but I just kept going and it happened, guys. Just don't think you're doing something wrong when you're training hard. Go on the internet, overcomplicate things, and then change your whole entire training regimen.